born this African queen from a hood. When I look at you, girl, I feel so good. Heaven knows I'm saying the truth. I feel scared for you with no stress. Cause you be one up into my princess. Now you they hide me like a goof, and you they make me love you like Banky W. Wait, now who born you? Now who get you?
Hi and welcome to Ked Africa with Ijoma Ogudere. So on this episode of Ked Africa, I sat with the ESCO members of Sacramento Association of Nigeria. And for those of you who don't know, Nigeria is somewhere in West Africa. We are called the Giant of Africa, which means we are the largest and the richest of all the countries in Africa. Our Independence Day is coming. The association is bringing it to the United States. So pay attention, you might learn a thing or two. So with me in the studio today is all the executive members. So you're all welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Frank McMay. I am the president of the Sacramento Association of Nigerians.
Okay, Mr. Frank, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And I am Cynthia Okorike. I'm the vice president for Sacramento Association of Nigeria.
And we also have
Sonny Ebwegwe, one of the founding members and the chairman of the board of directors.
Okay, SAN. What is SAN?
So SAN is, the Sacramento Association of Nigerians. Mm-hmm. And it's an association that was created here back in 1990. Mm-hmm. It was initiated by a gentleman who was now late, Dr. Ekbo, who, concerning, looking at the growing population of Nigerians here, thought it would be necessary to bring all the Nigerians together. But his major concern was a cultural bridge where we can have our culture not forgotten, now that we're now in the United States, to make sure that, and also to our children, to be connected to their home roots as well. So that was their primary concern. Unfortunately, one of the founders is here who is going to go in more detail into the origin of the organization and so on.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the membership.
Sacramento Association membership is open to all Nigerian citizens and is of a free will. If you wanted to join, we encourage everybody to join. And the makeup of the executive of the organization is we have the president, Frank, here, myself, the vice president, we have the secretary, Mr. Wariso, Ken Wariso, we have the treasurer, Mr. Godwin Ekine, and then we have financial secretary, Mr. Ezimora, and then we have publicity secretary, Barry Ogalue. We also have the board of directors, and Sonny Ebwegwe, right to my right, is the chairman of the board, and we have Samson Okade Dakbo, and Okupe, and Chief Atande, and Ken Wariso, also a board member, as well as Lucy Ekbo.
Okay, so who can be on this board? Like anyone can be on the board?
No, well, the boards are kind of nominated. Sometimes people volunteer themselves, but the general membership has to vote them in to be a board member.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question, like what kind of community services or contribution does SAN do?
We have a whole lot of things we do within Sacramento Association of Nigeria. We do scholarships. We do Nigerian passport, where we kind of bring the embassy from Washington, D.C. to Sacramento to help people who may not be able to travel to Washington, D.C. or New York or Atlanta. And we have things like 4th of July, where we celebrate American independence, because it wouldn't be fair for us to live in another country and not celebrate where we live. We have picnics, general picnics. We have we offer programs to protect families. We help Nigeria become visible community rather than individuals. And we promote the image of Nigeria. We help women. There's so many other things we do. We provide support to men so that they will be the foundation for their family, as well as protect women to be able to kind of support and nurture their family. And we're not politically affiliated, but if there's anything going on out there that we're supposed to advocate for, like when our kids in Nigeria were kidnapped, we rally and protested at the state capitol to kind of make our voices heard. So we have so many things going on that we do.
Okay, so when you say scholarship, who is qualified for the scholarship?
All deserving students. Nigerians are known to be one of the smartest in the world. And we open up a scholarship in memory of the founding father, one of the founding father, Dr. Ekpo. We call it Newton Ekpo Scholarship, and we kind of put it out there for students that are achieving and excelling in all subjects, and they need to compete for it, because you can't just get it. You need to write why you are and provide your achievement. And then the committee that are responsible for the scholarship will go review the application and then select the deserving student to be awarded. And we do it on an annual basis.
Oh, that is so interesting. So all you beautiful Nigerians out there, what are you waiting for? This is an opportunity. You better go grab it. So to go to my next question. So you have an upcoming event, the Independence Day. I understand because I'm Nigerian, so I know. So tell us about this event.
Okay, so the Independence celebration that is coming up is, first of all, we celebrate this every year, and but this year's is particularly special, because Nigeria has gone through our home country has gone through some crossroads lately. We know what is going on politically and so on in the past. We also know some of the activities that have happened even in this country impacted Nigeria, name calling, stuff like that.
I know.
And next year also is our election. So Nigeria, we're looking for a major change to happen for the Nigerian people. So we are celebrating our past and having an opportunity to correct some of our, our image here. And also to say, no matter what is going on, we're very, very proud. So this year's is, particularly, set for those particular agenda, and it's also more inclusive. We're bringing in not only Nigerians, even these Nigerian independents, but we're bringing in other African communities and even American communities. Hopefully we'll have some local mayors joining us. So it's going to be very, very exciting.
So do you do this Independence Day? Is it every year, and is everyone invited? And if everyone is invited, can you tell us where is this event, and also the date and time, and maybe a little bit of the activities that you have on that day?
Absolutely. The event is going to happen on October 6th, Saturday, and it's being held at the La Sierra Community Center in Carmichael's. And I think the address is 5326 Engle Road. Yeah, Engle Road, Carmichael. And so it's going to be exciting because we're going to have some fashion show that is trending African community. We will have some African dances. We will have some African display, like something that are very, very critical and traditional to us, which is like African drum. Everybody knows about the talking drum. We're going to have a sample of that. And then there's going to be a lot of focus on the image of Nigeria, all the accomplishments of the Nigerians all over the world, and why we're so proud. Everybody says, Nigerians are very proud people. Well, we have a reason to be proud.
Yeah, so
we're going to display some of those things during the Independence Day, but also to be able to just get together as a community. This is one of the Nigerian communities that all Nigerians, no matter what part of Nigeria you come from, here in Sacramento, we're like one people. People come in here and they attend our meetings, they come to our event and they're like, wow, it's really nice to see one place where Nigerians are all together as Nigerians, not as north, south, east, or west. So that's part of the image and some of the theme that we're going to be demonstrating in this independence.
Okay, so San, how did it all started? How did it start, and then how long that is this thing?
That's where I come in. The let me begin by saying that the SAN as we have it today started some years back, but and as we up to this point, it was all a collective effort that got it to where we are today. Okay, but because everything that has a beginning, so four people started this organization, and the first one was Ade Akilo, Josie Asia, okay, Newton Epo, and then myself. And we met at different places. We didn't plan to start it, we just met at different places. And how do we meet? Usually as Nigerians, we're always looking for something that will give us the feel of Eba or Amala. So we normally meet in aisle. Maybe we're buying biscuit or Masa Trigo or any of these things that when you pour hot water in, you can make Eba out of it. We couldn't get a goosey and the rest, so we'll buy okra, cut it, and the rest. So four of us, like I said, started, and our wives, of course, obviously. We started by, like I said, if we meet, we'll write our name. So we always had the pen with us and the notebook. So anytime we meet a Nigerian, we'll say, oh, we'll write something down. Or we'll hear somebody say, oh, Bohana. Then we know that's a Nigerian. We don't say where you come. We know it's Nigerian. we don't say where Nigerian. We just write it. We just write their name down. We'll start compiling. And so Newton and I, we met, and the other people met as well. And we tried to say, okay, it looks like we are beginning to have it. So we started around, I would say we started around about 1988 to 1989. So at that time, there was there's no cell phone. So what we'll do is go into a phone booth, use the white pages just to get names. If you're looking for somebody from the East, you look for one that starts with O, Okoro, okay. If you're looking for Yoruba, you look for started with A, Ade, any of those names, because they are typical names that normally start with some of those letters. So after we had we thought we had enough people, and we'll call and say, this is who we are. I know that if I look at the name and it's Yoruba name, I'll say, I'll call and say, Obohana, or I can say, I can start off by saying, Bawoni, or if it's an Igbo name, I say, Okedu, they just to get from there. Some of them really want to talk, some don't know who we are, so like, no, I'm in Nigeria, but I don't want to be part of us. Okay, no problem. We'll meet some other time. But that's just because we came in at the time when the image of the country was in terrible mess. This 419, a lot of all these things that they thought Nigerians were crooked. And plus also, you had a lot of people who had never traveled out of the country, and so they really didn't know if we even had streets in Nigeria. So some of them thought we actually live on top of trees, and they believed it. So it was part of the whole starting the association. Like I said, we started in 1989, and so in 1990, that's when we actually formally became an association. And then we filed all of our papers and the rest of them, and then the officers were elected. And in 1990, we were sworn in by Dr. Yel Pala, who is a professor, a Ghanaian professor at McGeorge Law School. He swore us in, and that's how we started. So every time we have new officers, they will come in and swear us in. Okay, and so to become. So it's been a great organization since. The membership is open. You can become if you're an American and you want to join, you are welcome to join us. We do not involve ourselves in politics. We just want to make sure that all of our kids and the rest all know themselves. We just want to work in harmony. We don't do politics in the sense that, and it's come out to be of a great help to us, because it doesn't matter how turbulent Nigeria is, you don't see us going against ourselves. You just come here as Nigerian, that's all. You don't see Igbos against Yorubas or Yorubas against Hausa. We don't do any of those. We just purely Nigerian. So we don't inject politics into the association. And that's how we've been able to go this far.
Okay, that is a good thing that you people are doing. And also, it's part of the reason why we started Kedo Africa, because we realized that everything about Nigeria or even about Africa is always on the negative.
That's correct.
I've had opportunity to talk to a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, doing great things. I have talked to doctors that are actually presidents of major hospitals in America here, and they are Nigerians. I've had opportunity to meet a Nigerian girl. She invented this, like regular soccer ball. Then if you play for 30 minutes, you can plug in your bulb or whatever, and you can have electricity for 7 hours. And it's over there in all the rural places in Brazil. It's she's working with FIFA now. She made Forbes 30 for 30. She was on in Clinton Foundation. They take her to wherever, and she's Nigerian. And nobody hears these things. The only thing you hear is about all the negative. I'm not saying everything is perfect, but we are not worse than most countries. Every country have their good and their bad, but it's like the media, they're not helping. All they bring out is all the bad and everything, and that's why we wanted to start this thing, so that people will understand that we are good people, and we are a great nation. I love my Africa. I love my Nigerian, and I'm proud of where I came from.
Absolutely.
So, and then I just wanted to find out, do you do activities back home, or it's just here, like Sam? Do you do activities back home, or just?
Well, at this point, we're not engaged in activities on the ground over there, but we interact with African activities. For instance, back in 2003, 2004, we hosted Atiku. At that time, he was the vice president of Nigeria. So we hosted him here in Sacramento, took him around, introduced him to the Sacramento legislature and the government, the governor's office and so on, where it was a major event here. And that led to an award for him, for whatever that's worth. But but it made it to some business, relationship, that was established at that time between the state of California and Nigeria. So we get involved in states like that. And back in 2010, we also hosted the governor of Kano State, Mr. Shakarau, at that time. So he came here. He was interested in knowing about technology. So we took him around to the Silicon Valley and introduced him to Google and
that is fantastic.
And Apple and a few other communities. He was interested in creating what he called the ICT center. We found out it didn't come into fruition, but that was his dream. So we get involved in that and try to help as much as possible, but we don't have anything on the ground at this point.
So do you also work with other African communities or other communities, not even Africans?
I can take that. When we started our association, we had all the other African countries who, because of us, wanted to start their own as well, like the Friends of Liberia, the Ghana Association of Sacramento, they call it GAS. Then you have Sierra Leone, and every so often, because a lot of people who are from Sierra Leone, some are from Liberia as well, they have parents on both. So there was a lot of feud among them, but we always tried to make sure we settled them. We later on formed the African Leadership Council that was made up of all of Africans. The first chairman was Kofi, I forget his last name. He was Ghanaian, but he's long retired. After him, then I became the chair of the African Leadership Council. When we had the first the meeting that we had was at the park. We had a picnic, and I would say probably over 600 or 700 people came. And we had like a roll call, so we call up all the names and they will answer by their name. So it's been a very good the only thing I think we may not have done right is the fact that we told all of our children that anytime we meet your uncle, and so they think that we are all related. And so now that they've grown up to the point of marriage, now they are thinking these are my relative. So we try as much as possible to make sure that we let them know that in our culture, everybody who's older than you is
my brother, it's my uncle. That's how we are all raised. So are you a non-profit organization?
Yes.
Yeah,
we're a 501c3 organization.
That is cool. So who can join? Like if I'm an American, can I join some?
Yes. If you're resident in the area, yes.
By policy, yes. And also because we're a non-profit organization, you really technically can't block anybody from joining. But we are open to all, people from every background.
Yeah, you can come in and sign, so long as you have good character and your motives are clear.
Yes.
You pay your membership dues, you can become a member. If you want to participate in it, there are some who've come over the years to become members. Some of them have traveled to Africa. Some of them, their parents were in the Peace Corps and told them a lot about Africa. So anything that is African, they want to come and participate in. Even those who were Peace Corps and they retired from it, they see anything African, they remember, oh yes, I remember I was in Nigeria, and they remember some of the food that they ate, and they want to come in and join. So we've made it an open association. So while we want to make sure that we share vast culture with them, so that they have a better understanding of who we are and Africa as a whole.
And we actually have one of our member, American, that joined 2 years ago during the Nigerian independence. And she actually sworn in to become a Nigerian citizen.
Oh.
I actually introduced her because she had come to me saying that she did her, what they call it, the Ancestry.com. And he found out that she was over 50% Nigerian in her country. And so she came to us and said that something shows that she's a Nigerian. So we decided that we'll go ahead and...
so now you have to share the cultures because, you know, we are very cultural people.
Yeah.
Yes. And I do want to add that we actually encourage non-Nigerians or even non-Africans to join, because it will be better for them to join us and get the truth about Nigeria and about Africa instead of from TV and from movies and so on and so forth. So we welcome, you know, all people. If you're interested or if you're curious about what Nigeria is about, we welcome you to join the organization.
Okay, so on a lighter note,
Yes.
on the 6th,
Yes.
what do you have for us when it comes to food and drinks and that?
You have variety. You have variety.
Everything.
We just encourage people to
Egusi?
show up. I don't know about egusi, but we can make that happen. We have, you name it.
Pounded
anything.
yam?
We have moi moi, we have dodo. We have jollof rice, fried rice, and we have fish. We have a variety of food, you know,
So
you
we
name
should
it.
come and
Puff
empty
puff, chin chin, you name it. Just show up. You're not gonna regret it.
It's for
And
everyone.
then fufu.
We've had some people actually take a laxative to clear their stomach ready for, because they know they're going to be eating that day. So
Okay,
a
so
day
I'm
before,
ready.
okay, so you get yourself ready.
So anything you want to share with people out there, or because we're almost at the end of our show, so is there anything you want to add, anything you want to, you know, tell people about our beautiful Africa or Nigeria?
I think most go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, most people don't know. It is typical that anytime you've never been to a place or don't know about a place, you tend to have a negative opinion until that opinion is reversed, because now you get to know. So I think since we've been doing this independence, a lot of people have come to know about Nigeria. They now at least read about it, and so all of the stories that were told about us living on trees and the rest, they now know that it's not possible. Now, that we came here on the boat, they know that's not possible. That airplanes actually go there and they come through. So a lot of things, and you don't really blame them. They've never traveled, they don't know. There are some people that we know who were born here, they've not even gone as far as New York. It's like a foreign country to them. So it is normal. So, but as we begin to do more of this and interact with this community, they get to know us more, we get to know them more, and so all of those things that they hear or understand begin to wear away. And so beginning to understand that, yes, we are decent human beings.
Oh, that is really interesting. So thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
It's good to always, you know, let people understand that, you know, we are people with cultures,
Yes.
people who are doing great things. I mean, Nigerians, I mean, since I got here, I've been, you know, hearing a lot of Nigerians, even the ones in the MBA, the ones in, you know, doing things, research in Harvard and stuff, and, you know, but no one just hears about it, and it's really, really sad. So I'm grateful that you people are here to talk about these things, to bring it out so that the world will understand. So I encourage everyone to please come join us on the 6th of October at the La Sierra Community Center in Engle Road. So if you just, you know, now we have internet. So if you Google it, just La Sierra Community Center, it will show up October 6th, and it's at 6 p.m. Come and party with us, come and eat, and come and enjoy, and come and dance Nigerian music. Yes, we like to dance, you know.
If they're not sure, they can just go straight to our website. And they can get all the information.
Okay, so what is the website?
It's www.sanusa.org.
Okay, so you want to just say it again, just one more time, so that our viewers will know.
www.sanusa.org.
All right, thank you so much, and please keep watching Kedo Africa. See you next time.
Okay, so so we didn't know. I personally did not know much about Kedo Africa until we just got introduced to it as part of the Independence Day celebration. So I'm so glad that there's such an outlet for us to share with the rest of the world what is going on here, not only what is going on here in Sacramento, but how we in the diaspora interact, how we think, how we feel, with our home country. So I'm looking forward to taking more advantage of this outlet to be able to share even more. We have rich culture. Some of the things that we're talking about here about the accomplishments of Nigerians in the diaspora, people need to know more about it. So I'm hoping that this is only the beginning of a relationship with KEDU Africa. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so honored to have you. So please join us in KEDU Africa, and all you beautiful Africans out there, send us your African stories. Let us hear about your cultural events. Send us an email at keduafrica@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
For those of you who don't know anything about KEDU Africa, this is an opportunity for you to tune in. It's incredible shows and you're not gonna regret it. Keep watching KEDU Africa. We have plenty of things to show you, and it's a beautiful show.
KEDU Africa, just by the names, it's like Hello Africa.
Africa, okay. Yes, that's what it is.
So by just saying, we want you to know that we are here, and of course, some of the things that Africans do in this country is not known. So this will be a mouthpiece. This will be a way for us to know what our people are doing, and for the rest of the world to know this is what Africans are doing. So we'll have more of that respect. Because a lot of incredible things that I still remember a doctor that I read recently, he actually took a fetus out of the stomach, did surgery and put the fetus back. That's a feat that had never been done before. And so you imagine that kind of thing, but you will never hear it. You won't hear it in the news. So but these are things that we need to let our people know, and that hopefully will motivate others who want to be doctors to say, yes, if he can do it as an African, I too can do it.
We can do it. All right, that's interesting.
So I think this right. So I thank you for this opportunity, and we hope that what you do here will go far and wide to educate people about who we are and what we do as people.
Thank you so much.
This is Frank McMay. Keep watching KEDU Africa.
Cynthia Okorike here. Keep watching KEDU Africa.
Sonny and Boy, I want to encourage you and I implore you to please watch the KEDU Africa. This is a good outlet, news outlet. You'll be able to know more about what is going on in our community, and I think it's a good venue. So I encourage you to please watch it and tell other people about it so that this news will go around.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored to have you, and all you beautiful Africans out there, send us your African stories. Let us hear about all your African cultural events and all that is going on at keduafrica@gmail.com. Thank you.
On this African queen from my hood, when I look at you, girl, I feel so good. Heaven knows I'm saying the truth. I feel scared for you with no strength, cause you be one up into my princess. Now you they hide me like a goof, and you they make me love you like Banky W. Wait, now who born you? Now who get to you? Now who born this African queen from my hood? When I look at you, girl, I feel so good. Heaven knows I'm saying the truth.
Africa TV.